Now at the start of Gears of War 1, Dom breaks Marcus out of prison, stating that Colonel Hoffman pardoned all the prisoners for the war effort. But why was Marcus Fenix here in the first place? What crimes did he commit to be sent to prison in the middle of a war for the survival of humanity? Well, as always, I'm your host Abz, and here is why Marcus Fenix was sent to prison. 9 years after Emergence Day, the Locust Horde was gearing up for the attack on the COG capital of Ephyra, and a year later, in 10 AE, they had reached Ephyra. The COG forces assumed that the Locust would have tried to move across the land in order to assault Ephyra, but this was not the case. The COG was outsmarted. The metro stations that were running through Ephyra had been shut down for a good number of years, and therefore were not under surveillance by COG forces. The Locust forces were able to find a fissure that the COG never mapped in order to breach through without being detected. And so, the Locust attacked in huge numbers, as this was the COG capital. Therefore the Locust brought in their best firepower, from Brumacs, Reavers, Corpses and more. Now during the battle at the Chancery Bridge, Marcus arrived on the Treasury roof along with Dom, Ty and Jace, after rescuing Anya, and they spotted Hoffman approaching the building, with his right arm badly injured. Marcus ordered Dom, Ty and Jace to get onto the Raven, while he and Anya waited for Hoffman to get to the roof. When Hoffman got up there, Marcus told him they needed to get his wound treated, but Hoffman insisted to get to Chancery Bridge in order to give Major Thomas the targeting laser for the Hammer of Dawn, before the Locust overwhelmed his position and took the city. But the three of them were interrupted when Anya told them that Adam Fenix had just contacted her, saying that he wanted to say goodbye since the Locust were about to assault Haldane Hall, which was the Phoenix estate, but she then lost the signal. Marcus quietly declared that he had to rescue him, but Hoffman ordered him to get onto the Raven and bring the targeting laser to Chancery Bridge, since an entire brigade of gears were in more trouble than Adam. But Marcus got in Hoffman's face and refused to abandon his own father, even when Hoffman threatened to court-martial him. As Marcus turned around and stared to walk to the Raven, Hoffman grabbed him and spun him around, telling him that his father was useless and not worth the life of any gear, especially Marcus's. Marcus became angry and responded by punching him in the face. He was shocked at what he just did, and then he set the targeting laser on the ground, forgetting that the targeting optic was in his pocket that he picked up from one of the dead gears from the Hammer teams earlier, and then he began walking back to the Raven. Marcus told Anya to take Hoffman onto the other Raven to Chancery Bridge, but Anya started ordering him to stop and listen to her, and asked what he thought he was doing. Marcus responded that he was doing his duty, and he boarded the Raven, telling the rest of his squad that they had been assigned to rescue his father. Hoffman desperately tried to call Marcus back over the radio, but Marcus refused to answer him as the Raven lifted off and flew towards Haldane Hall. When the Raven reached the estate, Marcus told Adam to follow him and that he would explain later, but Adam insisted that they get his research from his lab before leaving. But Marcus told him that his work didn't matter anymore. They had to leave. Marcus and Dom rushed outside and opened fire on the gathered drones, cutting them down as Ty and Jace hurried to join them. When the last of the Locust were dead, Marcus called in the pilot to land the Raven and evac them as the others gathered the Locust weapons. But as the Raven attempted to land, Adam called out that there were Locust boomers approaching, but the warning came way too late and the huge creatures opened fire, shooting down the Raven and sending it crashing into Haldane Hall. Adam Fenix was buried under the debris of the building as Marcus desperately tried to reach him. Marcus and Dom were knocked unconscious by debris as well, but a King Raven then arrived to extract them, while Ty and Jace got them onto the Raven, and they were evacuated back to the parts of Jacinto City still in COG hands. Adam Fenix was assumed to be dead, and Marcus's actions had caused Hoffman to get delayed in taking the targeting laser to Chancery Bridge, with all of the gears except 2 stationed there dying, and the Locust managing to cross over and take the entire east barricade, leaving Jacinto open for attack. Upon waking up, Marcus was informed of Adam's death and charged with dereliction of duty. Marcus Fenix was put on trial for cowardice and would have been executed if not for his exemplary 2 tours of duty in the Pendulum Wars, and his best friend Dom testifying in his favour. But most importantly, in secret, Chairman Prescott also intervened, as Adam Fenix was in fact still alive, since Prescott had him abducted and taken to Azura, which was unknown to anyone else. And Prescott was working to keep him happy, as Adam Fenix attempted to find a solution for the Lambent pandemic. Marcus was sentenced to 40 years of imprisonment in the Slab, the COG's most infamous prison, while Dom's loyalty to the COG was questioned by superiors for his decision to defend Marcus Fenix. So that, my friends, is why Marcus Fenix was sent to prison in Gears of War lore. Drop a like if you enjoyed this lore video, subscribe for more similar content like this, and I'll leave a link at the top right of the screen if you want to watch my other lore videos as well. I'm your host Abz, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.